Welcome back for part two of this industrial end table nightstand build. Um, the woodworking part of it. Here I am splitting the side panels for the cabinet, cutting them down to width. I got the height down, and these are getting cut down to width. I'm using some 1/2-inch panhead screws here to attach the panels into place. So we got panels mounted in. From the inside. Here's the other side. Here I am trimming down the drawers for the cabinet, the end table, kind of cutting them down to size. Here I'm trimming up the drawer bottoms, doing it all out of a 1/2-inch sides and bottom, making it plenty strong. It's not a super heavy duty drawer, but this will be able to take a good amount of weight to it. Here I'm going to be putting a dado into all of the panels. I decided not to pull out the dado stack, and I just ran a couple passes on the table saw. Instead, I'm only doing 2 drawers, so I didn't want to set up a whole new blade and then switch it back out again. Here I'm using a scrap piece of 1/2-inch plywood just so I can get all my depths and widths on it, just so I have something to reference before I cut into a piece that I'm actually using. So if I make a mistake, I just throw it away and not have to worry about messing up the actual pieces I'm using. And then once I'm satisfied with it, I go and cut through the actual panels I'm using. Here I'm cutting a kind of a rabbet into the 1/2-inch plywood, bring it down to 1/4 inch, to slip it into the dado in the side panels. So I'm testing it out, and then here I'm cutting it into the actual bottoms. using a little bit of glue, kind of slipping the bottoms in. Slip these a little tight, so just kind of pressing them in there onto the glue, and then going to be attaching them with some brad nails to hold them in place as the glue dries. And then the glue should be strong enough alone just to hold it together, but the brad nails just help it keep in place while the glue is drying. Here I'm just wiping it down with some stain. This is Russian birch, so it's a little bit lighter than the walnut that I'm going to be using for the top and the front, so I want to get a little stain to get a little closer in color, so it's not as quite contrasting. I probably will make this out of solid walnut next time, but I only had a little bit of limited walnuts left, and I really wanted to get the top and the drawer fronts with it, and I had plenty of Russian birch plywood, so I used that. As I prefer to build the drawers actually out of Russian birch because they're pretty straight, and they don't tend to flex anywhere near as much as other plywoods or even hardwoods.
And see here we have the tabs being held in place at the right height, in the right position. And then I just gotta tack them in, and then I can unscrew them from the little scrap and put new tabs on and weld the other ones on. And here we have all the brackets welded on, ready to go. So I used a little paste wax on these two drawers. It lightened it up a little bit, but I actually kind of like it. It looks a little more natural. So we'll roll with that for now. We got our panels mounted. First drawer in. And then we just got to get one more drawer in.
This is a little bracket that I kind of came up with to help hold the drawer slides in place. I was building a lot of drawers and putting in a lot of drawer slides, so this has definitely helped speed up installing the drawers as long as the screws don't fall down. Holds the slides in place while I screw them into place, and then I can flip them over, and then it references the slide, and then I can hold the drawer in place, and then while I'm attaching the drawer to the drawer slide. So it has basically the drawer lined up in the same line that the slides are, so it doesn't go off and get crooked quite as easily. So my phone had glitched out, so I lost a little bit of the footage of the routing of the top and the routing of the drawer fronts. So that's why you kind of see it fast forwarded a little bit with the top already attached. And here I'm just drilling out the holes for the drawer fronts. Holes are a little bit oversized, so I have a couple of millimeters of room to adjust the drawer fronts up, down, right, and left to get them right in the place where I'd like them to be. is the completed end table nightstand. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you thought. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.